Do you know how many people thought I was the devil today? Hello, planet Earth, and happy Halloween! Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're at IDK, my BFF Jill 730.
Jill 730.
I'm Preston L. Young, wishing you warm salutations and congratulations as always. You've made your way to the Buffyngton Post. Today it's time for another Buffyngton Post recap and review, this time for Angel Season 11, Issue number 10. It's Dark Reflections, Part 2. And once again, I was not really looking forward to Angel this month, so I've only got the traditional cover, which, I mean, it's cute. I don't necessarily love the Christ imagery, and that's pretty much all there is to say about it, but it's cute. But of course, before we get into it, previously on Angel.
Is it difficult or time-consuming?
Bugs, time travel, changing history. They ended up in Angel's past before he was turned into a vampire. He wants to stop himself from becoming a vampire so that, he doesn't do bad things. The connection between Freddyria and Fred is getting a lot, I don't want to say better, but it's getting weirder in that they kind of know what each other is thinking and experiencing now, so that's a thing too. Fred and Freddyria both want Angel to stop meddling with the past because it might destroy Freddy reality, but no, Angel doesn't want to hear any of that.
That's pretty much what you need to know, and so without further ado, let's jump into it. It's Angel Season 11, Issue number 10, Dark Reflections, Part 2. Here we go.
Don't make a lot of noise. Passions is coming on.
Alright, so our issue opens up where we left off last month with Angel's father basically telling him, you're a piece of shit, you're a disgrace to the family, etc. Things remain pretty awkward between Angel and his father, who's basically giving him a guilt trip, which the living version, Liam, really needs right now, but Angel's on top of that guilt trip stuff on his own, you know what I mean? Angel's very happy and excited to see his little sister, whose name is Kathy, and yeah, she's like, oh, I love you, and he's like, oh, I love you too, and she doesn't realize that he's not, the version of himself from her present, but their dad is like, nah, you stay away from her, I don't want you corrupting my little girl like you've already gotten yourself all corrupted, guy. As his father and sister go off back home, Angel is having a flashback of his childhood and when he was a kid and his father was actually still proud of him and thought that he might do something worthwhile with his life, and it's kind of sad. Fred tries to comfort Angel, saying, you know, we can't just undo the past, we just have to be better in the now, but Angel's like, no, girl, I'm gonna change the past. Fred tries to reason with him. She's like, hey dude, you might feel bad about all the bad stuff you've done, but think about your son. Your son will not exist if you don't go down the path that your life is headed on, you know? Hello, don't you like having a son?
I made a lot of these points earlier, but it's fine.
And Angel's like, yeah, look at my son. His life was a pretty much living hell for the majority of it, and he's still not hunky-dory about the whole situation. So, people would be better off without me. So many people would just be better off without me. And Fred's like, hello, I would still be stuck in Pylea if you hadn't come and saved me. People need you. People seriously need you, Angel. So these cats haven't slept in a few days now, and they decide to retire for the night in this barn that Angel used to sneak ladies into to get a little something on the side, okay? And of course, as soon as Fred goes to sleep, this motherfucker runs out into the village to try and change the past. He goes and sees his sister at the window because, you know, he can't go in because he's a vampire. And so she tries to give him a cross necklace to remember her by. But then, you know, he can't take it, and so she gives him this ring, they have this moment, and he's like, alright, you have a good night. And then again, he goes off to change the past. So he comes upon his human self, and it looks like he's just going to kill himself so that he won't be turned into a vampire by Darla. But Illyria is not having any of that shit. She's like, Fred may be asleep, but I'm not, and I'm not gonna let you do this. Illyria doesn't want to fight Angel because, hello, Illyria would easily win. And Illyria's like, okay, dude, so we're good, right? We're agreed that we're not gonna mess with time, alright? Well, no, they're not agreed because Angel's still on this kick that he wants to, like, save his family from being murdered by himself and, you know, undo all of history and stuff. So Illyria opens up a time portal to get them the heck out of there. And of course, when they come out of the portal, they come out, like, on the night that Angel, or Angelus and Darla murdered his family. Angel feels bad, he's like, oh, I already did it. But Illyria says, no, you didn't do this. Angelus did this. But this is how things happened. Like, whatever happened, happened, and you have to let it stay that way. The local villagers are out looking for Angelus and Darla, and Angel feels bad about all of this, and so Illyria tries to, like, comfort Angel with a hug, which is very human. Angel and Illyria exchange words, and it seems like Angel's coming around to the idea that, like, you know, whatever happened, happened, and you can't change the past, you just have to live with it, etc. All of a sudden, Angel and Illyria are kissing. Angel and Illyria are kissing. And that's where we end the issue. So I have to say, I really liked this issue. I did. I was glad that Fred said exactly what I said about last month's issue. Hey, if you don't become a vampire and you don't get your soul, and A, B, and C, and D all the way to, like, Y happen, hello, I'm still in Pylea. And Angel's like, oh, well, you're so smart, you could have gotten yourself out of Pylea eventually. But it's like, that's exactly what I was saying. No son, no Fred, like, no nothing. And I'm glad that Fred came along to say, hey, this is what's up. Like, this is the reality of changing reality. So I like that. I like the stuff with Angel and his father, you know, that good old Catholic guilt trip father stuff. It's all, like, part of Angel's problems and stuff. And I will say it's neat that we saw Angel's father last season over on Buffy when he was dealing with Arceus. And yeah, so that was nifty. And yeah, for the most part, I really like this. I like the idea that, because, you know, when we saw in Angel, like, I was like, I want to say season 1 or season 2. I think it was season 1 ? But anyway, we saw that he had killed his little sister because she was the one to invite him in, which was shitty. And so I like that he gets to have this moment with her, this kind of, like, reconciliation. Part of me really hoped that he would spare the sister, that he would be able to save his sister, and that would be really interesting because if his sister had remained alive, then maybe one of her descendants could actually be in the present, and so Angel could have, like, an actual family member other than Connor, who he just ignores anyway. Am I wrong? No. And so I was a little disappointed with that. I was hoping we could tweak time just a little bit so that we could add, like, a familial bond for Angel, but that went to hell. And, you know, it should, you know. Illyria and Fred are totally right. Like, we don't go messing with the past just because you don't like it. And, you know, Planet Earth, I really like in this issue where we see the flashback of Angel to his childhood when his dad was, like, saying, one day you'll grow up to be a good man. And it's like, he did, eventually. It just took a while, you know? But I really did like that, because it's like, you know, the truth of the matter is, Angel was a shitty individual for his life and for most of his afterlife, and, like, whoop-de-doo, he was, but he's not anymore, and I think it's really hard for Angel to appreciate that, you know? And so, I like that Illyria, like, took it into her own hands to stop Angel from, like, super literally killing himself. It's not expressed, but he goes in vamp phase to attack himself, so it looks like he was just gonna kill Liam. Oh, like, how does that work? Like, does he cease to exist? Or does time find a way? It doesn't matter, because he didn't do it. And Illyria, like, stopped all of that. So that was nice. And that's pretty much all that's going on here, except for, oh, by the way, Angel and Illyria are making out on the final page, and I don't know, you know, on the one hand, I was thinking I could actually see Fred and Angel maybe, like, finally going there, because they're there, they're alone, they're together, but Angel and Illyria? Where did this come from? Like, it's so dumb, but at the same time, I weirdly don't hate it. I don't know. It's crazy town. It's like crazier than a bag of cats, man. And if you predicted this, who are you? Could anyone have predicted this? So I don't know. It's like I said, it's crazier than a damn bag of cats, and I don't know what to make of it. But I will say that I did enjoy this issue because we really got to deal with Angel's guilt. And you know, his famous guilt. Angel's guilty. Surprise! But I do like the way that they explored it here. You know, a lot of Angel is built around like flashbacks and seeing what his life was and what his life as Angelus was and what his life being early like Angel was, like pre-Buffy. And so the fact that we're used to flashbacks within Angel to tell this story, it really does strengthen the narrative here of being in the past, like present Angel being in the past. Time travel. But yeah, I really did like this issue. Like I said, I've finally gotten used to the Borges art style. It's very different from, I want to say Carlos J is the other one who was illustrating this year. But you know, it's fucking crazy pants, man. And there's really not a lot left to say. I mean, Angel and Illyria are making out. I just can't get over it. Maybe I'll be Illyria next year for Halloween. I can go all out, like the pale and the blue and that. Maybe. But I'm telling you, finding an Illyria costume is going to be difficult, and making one is out of the question because I can't sew. But yeah, Planet Earth, an improvement to say the least. And this Illyria thing is just like a monkey wrench in my spirit. Like, what? I don't know. But I don't hate it. That's the weird thing. Like, I don't hate it. It's kind of extra creepy, but what can you do? This whole season's been just a bunch of nothing. So at least something interesting's happening. Oh, Planet Earth. What can you do? Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for today, you guys. I hope you're having a great 2017 so far, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Halloween. I'm Preston L. Young. You can come right back here to the Buffyngton Post anytime for Buffy the Vampire Slayer reviews, Angel and Faith reviews, Angel reviews, Buffyverse discussions on the other Slayers, Game of Thrones. Let me know what else you're looking forward to. Do you want to talk about The Gifted? Because I've been watching The Gifted. It's actually much better than I expected it to be. And, I'm enjoying it so far. Anyway, Planet Earth, let me know what you thought of this issue in the comment section down below. We'll see you next time. Have yourself a great day. Bye.
And my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't wanna be a richer man. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Now may change me, but I
My BFF Joe 730.
Alright, Planet. So I went to work yesterday as Lorne. Nobody knew who I was except for one person, my girl Courtney, Air 5, Smack, Courtney. She was like, yeah, the guy from Angel, right? And so then I had these 2 trick-or-treaters last night. One was like, I don't know, like 11 or so, and one couldn't have been more than 7. And they came to the door, and the 7-year-old, she didn't know, like, what to make of me. And so I was trying to, like, get her to take some more candy or whatever. I was trying to, like, show her that I was a nice demon, right? So like, whatever. Her mom, their mom was, like, out on the curb, and she goes, are you the guy from Angel? And I was like, yes, I'm Lorne. And so the little girl, she goes, you're Lorne? I said, yes, I am. And so I was telling her about I had a karaoke bar, and everybody comes there, and they sing, and then they feel better. And she goes, I feel better too. And it was just so funny. This lady knew who I was, and this girl was like totally scared of me, and then very much not. So go Lorne. Like, you're still around for the rest of us.